Welcome to Words of Wonder, where we explore the timeless wisdom that guides us to inner peace and freedom. In today's episode, we'll delve into powerful teachings that reveal how to overcome desires and attachments that bind us, much like vines that entangle us in a cycle of suffering. As we explore these insights, we'll uncover ways to break free from craving and attain a life of true liberation and peace. A person who lives life without awareness allows their desires to spread like a creeping vine. Just as a monkey jumps from tree to tree in search of fruit, this person wanders from one birth to the next, experiencing the taste of karma like a fruit. Those who are caught in the web of intense and clinging desire find that their sorrows increase, just as grass grows profusely in the rainy season. But those who conquer this difficult and all-consuming craving find that sorrows slip away, like water droplets falling off a lotus leaf. I wish well-being to all of you gathered here. Uproot the roots of desire, as you would dig out the fragrant grass by its roots, so that Mara, the demon of desire, cannot attack you again and again. If the roots are not completely severed and remain firmly in the ground, a tree, though cut down, will sprout again. Likewise, if hidden desires are not uprooted, suffering will grow again and again. In those who follow the wrong path, craving acts as a powerful current, sweeping them toward indulgent objects and drowning them in a flood of desires. This current flows everywhere, and as the vines of desire sprout and spread, you must cut their roots with wisdom as soon as you see them growing. The pleasures of indulgence, fed by the waters of desire, sprout within living beings. Those who are bound by indulgence and desire are held captive to birth and old age. Like a frightened deer trapped in a snare, humans tormented by cravings wander without direction, bound by mental shackles and falling into sorrow repeatedly. Just as a frightened deer, trapped, runs in every direction, so do those enslaved by desires. Therefore, if one has a strong yearning to be free from desire, one must destroy their cravings. Some may long to leave worldly life and embrace the ascetic life in the forest, but even then, those who are free from worldly ties may turn back toward them. Look at this human, free yet returning to the shackles of attachment. Those who recognize that chains of iron, wood, or rope are not as strong declare that the desire for adornments, wealth, children, and spouse is a much more powerful bond. Though these attachments seem fragile, they hold with surprising strength, enough to bind people in lowly ways. The wise renounce indulgences, and like a spider trapped in its own web, those entangled in lust and longing are drawn into the flood of samsara. The wise cut this flood off completely, desiring no pleasure, ending sorrow, and renouncing the world. Let go of the past, leave behind the future, and abandon the present. In doing so, reach the far shore. Once your mind is completely liberated, you will no longer fall into the cycle of birth and death. For one who is restless with unwholesome thoughts and enslaved by lustful desires, craving will only grow. Such a person walks with tightened chains. But the one who delights in restraining wicked thoughts, who meditates with pure intentions, and who remains ever vigilant, alone will end craving and break Mara's bonds. The one who has achieved his goal is fearless, content with release, free from desire, and liberated from the thorn of rebirth. Such a person need not return. Those who are free from craving and delusion, who have mastered the truth of Dharma, who truly understand Dharma, these people, possessing their final body, are complete in wisdom and are called great beings. Victorious over everything, knowing all, I, too, am free from desire and attachment, liberated through the destruction of craving. Having realized and comprehended all, whom shall I call my master? The gift of Dharma is the highest gift. The taste of Dharma is the highest taste. The happiness of Dharma is the highest happiness. One who has destroyed craving conquers all suffering. Wealth harms only the fool, not one who is diligent and aims for higher goals. A fool, consumed by the desire for wealth, ruins himself and destroys others. Weeds are the bane of the field, and desire is the bane of humankind. Therefore, what is given to those without desire bears boundless fruit. Weeds are the bane of the field, and hatred is the bane of humankind. Therefore, what is given to those without hatred bears boundless fruit. Weeds are the bane of the field, and delusion is the bane of humankind. Therefore, what is given to those without delusion bears boundless fruit. Weeds are the bane of the field, and craving is the bane of humankind. Therefore, what is given to those without craving bears boundless fruit. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery. As we reflect on these teachings, may we find the strength to let go of attachments and embrace a path of clarity and freedom. Don't forget to subscribe to Words of Wonder for more enlightening content on ancient wisdom and modern insights. Until next time, may your journey be one of peace and liberation.